Hey everyone, Matt here. I was driving around Lancaster last weekend and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what town in Lancaster pays the most for their auto insurance. So I did some research and found out. Lancaster, Pennsylvania is a super unique place. In 10 minutes, you can go from downtown Lancaster and then be out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of farm country, which is pretty unique to this area. A lot of factors that go into your auto insurance premium are things such as your driving record, how many accidents or how many speeding tickets you have, the type of vehicle you have. Is it a sports car? Is it an SUV? Is it a compact car? Also would go into it is the use of your car, whether you use it for pleasure use or if you use it to go to work or drive around for work, or if it's just to commute back and forth, all different rating factors. And one of the biggest rating factors is where you live. And so if you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for example, you're gonna pay a lot more than you would if you lived in the middle of nowhere out in Potter County, Pennsylvania, for example. And so people in Potter County will pay less than in Philadelphia. But what about Lancaster, Pennsylvania? Which town here pays the most for their auto premiums? So I did some research and I used my own driving record, which I have no accidents, I don't have any tickets in the past 5 years, and I put myself in a 2021 Toyota XLE Sport. I found that at Lancaster Toyota, the VIN number there, plugged that in. I rated it up with Erie Insurance just to kind of give me an idea of what the premium might be depending on where I would live in Lancaster. And so I went to work and I found the 5 most expensive towns in Lancaster for auto insurance. Number 5 on the list came in at Mount Joy. Mount Joy is up 283, and they have, it's not a huge place, but the premium in Mount Joy for myself was $773 for the year, or $64.41. Not terrible, but also not the best in Lancaster. Number 4 was Millersville at $777 for the year, or $64.75 a month. Millersville, of course, turns into a college town for half of the year, and so that probably has a part to play with why the premium is more expensive there. But yeah, that's $777 for the year in Millersville for myself. Number 3 is Landisville. In Landisville, the premium is $779 or $64.91 a month. And the second one, which was no surprise to me, which honestly I thought was going to come in at number 1, was Lancaster City. The cities typically are most expensive because that's where the majority of people live. It's where the most accidents are, whether you're parallel parking into somebody, small fender benders, or big ones when someone blows a red light and it's a serious accident. Actually, Lancaster City came in at number 2 at $781 for the year, or $65 a month for me in my Toyota RAV4. Which was a huge shocker to me, is the number 1 most expensive place for auto insurance in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, believe it or not, is Willow Street. Willow Street came in at a whopping $833 for the year and $69.41, which is a big shock. I thought for sure it would be the city, but I guess Willow Street maybe because down there they have a lot of intersections of the highways and a lot of more high speed places. And so I'm not sure if that, when the accidents do happen in Willow Street, they're a little more severe than they would be with a bumper here or there in the city. But number 1 was Willow Street, which was just kind of interesting and crazy to me. So yeah, those were the top 5 most expensive places in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for auto insurance. Number 5 was Mount Joy at $773 for the year. Number 4 was Millersville, Pennsylvania at $777 for the year. Number 3 was Landisville at $779 for the year. Number 2 was Lancaster City at $781 for the year. And the number 1 most expensive place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for auto insurance is Willow Street at $833 for the year. So if you live in one of those 5 towns and you're wondering why your auto insurance might be a little more expensive than your family or friends who live in a different part of Pennsylvania or Lancaster, now you know why. Interesting that Willow Street was number one. Lancaster City still was number two, but was a pretty high premium. So yeah, interesting. And my next video I'm going to come out with is going to have the 5 cheapest places in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for auto insurance. Hopefully you're in one of those. If you have any questions or like to get a quote from us, from Erie Insurance, who I use today, feel free to reach out. Our number is 717-290-7780, or we have a whole brand new website. You can reach out via that as well, susquehannains.com. At Susquehanna Insurance, we're bringing clarity and simplicity to your insurance needs, and hopefully you don't live in the top 5 most expensive places for auto insurance.